Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Kennedy and welcome to week 2 of my 10-week decluttering challenge. I'm so glad you're here. If you already have grabbed a copy of the workbook on Amazon, then I hope you have it handy. If you still need a copy, I'll leave the link below and you can go ahead and order it, or you can just follow along in a notebook for this challenge. I hope that everyone celebrated their successes of week 1. Getting your mindset and plan in place for the decluttering challenge is super important. So whether you completely tackled week 1 or you just dipped your toes in, this is a journey and every small win is progress. You need to continue the path you're creating. And maybe you actually created a path through your clutter. Every time you make time to declutter, setting a timer or the 1-minute rule or the 1 in, 1 out rule, you are conquering your clutter. So remember that. Keep yourself motivated by those small little wins. You're choosing space over stuff, and soon you will start to feel fresh energy flowing through your life and your home. You are creating something for yourself, setting up your sanctuary, your space, so you have a place to reset and regen. Whether you're downsizing or leveling up in your life, your clutter doesn't need to make you feel overwhelmed or stressed anymore. You are getting in control of your clutter and creating the life you desire every time you focus on this challenge and do some decluttering. Let me be honest with you, the clutter really never ends. You'll always have to deal with clutter, clear out clutter. So by putting processes and systems in place when you buy or receive new things, when it's a change of season, a change of life, you have a system in place to manage the clutter. You're establishing good habits through this challenge and good processes as well, and that's going to really help you. It's part of getting yourself on that path to organization and having some freedom from your stuff. You are taking back your space and you're finally getting control of your clutter, and nothing is going to stop you. We're here and we're in this together. Listen, I have hot spots all over my house too, but I also have a busy life and I have a lot of moving parts. So when time comes, I know how to crack down on my clutter and reestablish my space and get organized for the week and events ahead. So this week, we're diving into 2 key areas that affect energy and flow in your entire home. We are looking at the entryway and the living room. So you're going to think of these as your home's first impression. The entryway is the hello, and the living room is the come in and stay a while. Let's make sure they're both welcoming, functional, and reflect the calm you're working towards. Clutter isn't just physical. It can weigh on your mind, impact your relationships, and create unnecessary stress in your daily life. Whether it's a messy home, an overstuffed schedule, or emotional baggage you've been holding on to, decluttering allows you to make space for what truly matters. And that, in the end, is the ultimate goal, to create a life filled with more peace, more clarity, and more room for the things that bring you joy and happiness. Are you ready to take the first step? Okay, let's get started with the entryway. Let's create a welcome, a first impression to your home. Not for anyone else really, but for you, for your family, for making it easier in the morning to leave your house, having what you need to go and be properly organized. If you have a mudroom in your entryway, lucky you, right? Even though I'm sure from time to time it needs reorganization. And through this, we'll get there. Your home is also a place where you walk in after a busy or hectic day. You don't want to walk in over a pile of stuff. You just want to have an easy way to come in, place your stuff, know where they are, hang your bag, and have some peace about going about the rest of your day. So let's start in with the entryway, even if it's just a corner or a mat by the door. This is where clutter loves to collect, but it's also one of the easiest wins because it's a small space. So first, you're going to reset the space. You're going to take everything out. Seriously, shoes, mail, bags, coat, loose change, expired coupons, mail you haven't opened, umbrellas, name it. You're just going to clear the area completely. You're going to categorize those things, right? You're going to start fresh and grab your supplies and do a quick clean to get the dust and dirt out. And then ask yourself what actually needs to live there. Be intentional. What belongs in the other areas of the home and can go there? So whatever you're keeping there, make sure you use it daily and that you need it to be there specifically. For most people, it's shoes, keys, a coat or two, maybe a bag or two. Everything else, relocate it or donate it. For the kids, it can be backpacks, stuff for after-school activities, toys for outdoors, and probably too many shoes and coats, right? So you can check my links below. I'm going to have some links to some items that you can add to your entryway that'll help keep you organized. So next tip is you are going to establish homes for these high traffic items. Hooks for coats and bags, a tray and a bowl for keys and sunglasses, and a bin or a shoe rack for shoes. If it doesn't have a home, it will become clutter again. So you can also use labels to help other people in your home keep it clean and tidy too. Next tip, use vertical spaces wisely. If your entryway is tiny, think up, not out. Wall-mounted shelves, narrow cubbies, or hanging organizers can save the day without taking up floor space. Another tip is to keep it beautiful. Add one thing that brings you happiness. A plant, a small piece of art, a nice rug. You're going to enjoy it a lot more, right? When we love how the space looks, we're more likely to keep it organized and clutter-free. And plus, that is an act of self-love by making your space welcoming for you. So when you get home, you feel a nice feeling as soon as you get in, and it's time to relax and enjoy your clean and organized space. So remember, if this feels overwhelming, start by just tackling one thing, like shoes, or clear off one shelf. Every action counts, and don't underestimate the power of the 10-minute reset. All right, so if you're ready to move on to part 2, the living room, let's make some space for living. The living room is one of the busiest, most lived-in spaces in the house. It's where we relax, connect, and sometimes dump all of our stuff. This room often ends up being cluttered with things that don't belong. So this is a great opportunity to reset the vibe. A first tip, I would say scan the room and identify clutter categories. What kind of clutter do you see? Is it paper, toys, tech, blankets, decor overload? When you name the categories, you can deal with them more strategically. So stop for a couple minutes and visualize your space. How do you use the space? How do you want to use the space? And what would make the space more functional? So you do not underestimate the power of removing some extra furniture and decor and shifting what goes where, right? That will instantly create a new feeling in the room. So just make sure you have a little map of how you want to put the furniture back if you're moving it, because you don't want to move things around too much. And remember, don't move furniture by yourself. Ask for help. Keep yourself safe. So if you're moving forward now, this is a good time to start collecting items for a garage sale, or selling another way, or donating if you have lots of extra stuff. If you have too many lamps, too many blankets, it's just going to become clutter, and you're not going to use it like you would if it was specific and items that you love. So if you are removing items, remember to keep them in your central area with your decluttering supplies, and commit to a date for the garage sale or donation, because if you let that clutter sit around, it's going to redistribute and become clutter again. So if you still need to think about something, you don't know if you want to store it or give it away, just put it to the side for now and think about it later, okay? Don't worry about that. Just think about it later. So once you know how you want the room to be laid out, instead of removing everything like the entryway, you're going to tackle one surface or one area at a time. So start with the coffee table, then go to the TV stand, then the side tables, then the shelving. A clean and clear room is what is going to happen when you only put the things in that are there to help you live a more meaningful life. Watch out for things that are temporarily stored, like laundry baskets, unopened package, returns, half-finished projects. You have to create a system for dealing with those things. Another tip is to declutter decorative items. So if your space feels too busy with decor, try removing a few pieces. Like too many candles, photo frames, or trinkets can create visual clutter, even if things are tidy. The next tip is to create functional zones. Think about how you actually use this room. Do you watch TV here? Do you read? Do you play games with your family? So tailor the space to support those things. For example, you're going to store blankets in a basket near the couch, or keep boards in a decorative box. Another tip is to add hidden storage. Baskets, ottomans with lids, coffee tables with drawers. These can be game changers. Just make sure you're not using them to stash clutter. Only items that truly belong in the room that you need and find useful in that room belong there. Next tip, be honest about your habits. If there's a stack of magazines you haven't touched in months, or cords from devices that you never use, thank them and let them go. Your living room reflects how you live now, not how you used to live or how you wish you did. You don't have to do this all in one day. You can tackle this throughout week 2. Remember, set a timer for 15 minutes a couple times a day, play some music or a podcast, and just focus on one part of the room. Progress will build momentum. You will find you're going to find your flow. You're going to know where your things need to go to keep your space and clutter-free and organized, right? Your home is going to support your life, not stress you out. That's what we're going for now, right? Your home is your sanctuary. Decluttering your entryway and living room makes your coming home feel lighter and living in your space feel easier. You can always refer back to the workbook for a list of some simple decluttering tasks that I put out for the entryway in the living room. You can track your progress in the notes and then schedule your decluttering. This is really, really important. I think that's really what helps the most. You can fill these out too. What do you need to complete your space? Some reflections, and also always have the notes section here to keep you track. I also have a space where you can have a daily tidy up routine, and that's really going to help you. If you've made it this far, you're doing great. Just keep going, because I know that you have made it so far and you're getting some serious lift off. This week's challenge is going to be for you to figure out how you can most effectively reorganize that space. So you're going to completely declutter both of these rooms and organize by keeping only what's staying and releasing what no longer serves you. I'd love to see your before and after photos. I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to cheer you on. If you have any questions, you can also let me know in the comments below. You really are doing something amazing here, so just keep going. Every item you let go of creates space for peace, for rest, for joy, for you. Decluttering isn't about doing a massive overhaul in one exhausting weekend. Instead, it's about committing to small, consistent actions. Even a few minutes a day, sorting through a drawer, clearing off a counter, or tackling a closet. That can lead to significant transformations in your home and ultimately in your life. Over time, this becomes second nature. You'll begin to instinctively identify what's useful and meaningful versus what's simply taking up space. You'll find yourself letting go of broken, outdated, and unnecessary items and replacing them with things that truly serve you. So here's something important to remember. Decluttering is a process. I always say this, but you have to remember that because it's a journey that can take months or even years, and that's okay. What matters is that you stick with it and you make small, intentional progress each day. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, until decluttering is no longer a chore or a challenge, it's a lifestyle. This 10-week challenge will get the habits and mindset that you need to make this happen, and I'm so happy and proud that you're sticking with it. If you're still here, drop a rocket emoji below, because getting here means that you are well on your way to blasting through your clutter. And let's be honest, your home is valuable space. Why let the clutter steal your square footage? By consistently decluttering, you're not just organizing, you're reclaiming your home as a place of peace, comfort, and functionality. Now, before you begin this week, I want you to take a deep breath and understand this. Decluttering is not about perfection. It's not about feeling anxious, frustrated, or overwhelmed, though those feelings might arise at times. It's about facing your clutter head on and deciding what no longer has power over you. You're in control, and when you need a break, take one. So step back, acknowledge what you've accomplished, and then get back to it with renewed energy and purpose. You have to eventually face this, or someone will. So you got this, and you will do great this week. Just make sure to plan your decluttering tasks and have a plan so you don't get overwhelmed and feel like you're getting nowhere. Go back to the basics. You can check out my week 1 videos if you need some more inspo or to revisit the mindset in planning. Those are fundamental. So please hit that thumbs up and share and subscribe and hit the notification button so you can join me in next week's video when we go over planning and prep for week 3, which is tackling the clutter in your kitchen. Thanks for being here. I wish you all the best this week, and I'll see you for more decluttering next week. Have a great day, everyone.